All right, hi everybody. Welcome to my June reading wrap up. I read in total 22, 23 books and 3 volumes of One Piece. So I'm going to go through that with a yes, no, maybe, and maybe a little description about each one. So let's. First up is The Spin by Faith Gardner. This, absolutely yes, this was a 5-star read. I devoured this in like 6.5 hours. This was so good. It's like a 1960s housewife psychological thriller. I eat anything up housewife related, so please make sure you check this book out. I loved it. It was so. Next up, we have The Perfect Nanny by D.L. Fisher. This is a very quick, fast paced thriller. I do say yes, recommend it. Very much similar vein of like a Frida McFadden and Sherry Lapina type vibe, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. We have Whistle by Linwood Barclay. This book, absolutely yes. I did this one on audio. It was a lot of fun. If you've read a like Joe Hill, Stephen King type book, this is going to be right up your alley. We have a creepy, haunted, possessed train wreaking havoc on a town. I was into it, so yes. Smother by Daya Winters. This is an indie author. She sent me this book and I loved it. It was really good. This is an absolute yes. We have a mother in law from hell just causing terror on a newly wed couple and with a dark secret, and it was just really good. And the ending was wild. Very much gave Keep It in the Family by John Mars vibes for me. Next, we have The Housewife by Natalie Barelli. This is a yes. This, again, a housewife related thriller. Sign me up. I read this one as an arc. It came out June 30th, and go check it out because we had an unhinged FMC that I love. Next, we have Murder Party by Brian Rooney. Think escape room slasher horror movie. You got this book. It's under 200 pages. It's available on Kindle Unlimited. Go give it a shot. It was a lot of fun and so entertaining. City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards, Book 1. I would say maybe yes. It is a big book. I did it on audio, and a lot of people did not like it because they said it was very similar to Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I have not read Crescent City, so I cannot confirm that. So for me, it was fine, but I do think it was far too long. Next up, 7 Hours by Slawek Kasolka. He sent me this book. It is his debut book. He's an indie author. He is local to me, and this was a lot of fun. Think like a thriller sci-fi book, and we have a son has a very strained relationship with his father who ends up going into outer space. It was a fun book. It really put me in my thoughts a lot about the father-son relationship, and overall, I enjoyed it. So I definitely say yes. Next up, we have a novella, Staff Only by Ellis Hart. This was a super fun time. I say yes. We have Nora who goes to this thriller retreat, and there is a murder, and people try to solve it. It was fun. It was entertaining. I loved it. Then we have The Divorce by Frida McFadden. I did this one on audio, and I'm gonna say maybe to no. For me, it wasn't that great, and I was infuriated for the first 40% by this woman. Um, so I'm gonna say maybe no. Next, we have Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle. Absolutely, yes. This was a super fun time. We have horror, gay conversion camps, crazy story. I loved it. I did it on audio. Check. Then we have a short story, Mr. Brightside by Michael M. Johnson. Absolutely, yes. This really made me think, and I really enjoyed it. It's only like 38 pages, so I highly recommend checking it out. Next, we have The Best of Friends by Lucinda Berry. I did this as a buddy read. This was a lot of fun. I love Lucinda Berry. Did it have the same emotional impact that Appetite for Innocence, Saving Noah, or Perfect Child did? No, but it was still a really good time, and I really love the dynamics of the 3 women that are the best friends. So I do recommend checking it out, absolutely. Ripped Up the Middle in Two by Viggy Par Hampton, absolutely yes. I read this as an arc. It comes out July 31st. She is quickly becoming an auto-buy author for me. I read one of her books last month and read this one this month. This was so good. We have a new mom suffering from postpartum, seeing visions, hard to tell what's real, what's not. It was done so well, and the author's note at the end, just chef's kiss. Black House by Stephen King and Peter Straub. This is a yes. I did this one on audio. It is a follow-up to The Talisman, and I really liked it. It is a thick one, but in classic King style, it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. So next we have The Posthumous Memoirs by Brás Cubas. This is a Brazilian book, and I finally finished. I started it last year. I had a hard time getting into it, but then I did the audio a couple weeks ago and finished it, and I loved it. It's such a unique story, and I'm very much looking forward to reading more Brazilian books. Hopefully Brazilian thrillers. I am going to Brazil in November, so let's see what I can find. Next, we have Traps and Specters by Philip Fracassi. I got this as an ARC. It comes out in September. This was a yes. I highly recommend it. It is a bunch of short stories, all horror thriller related. Some of the standouts for me are the first one, D7, or The Mummified Corpse of Reese Witherspoon. Loved it. So, Rule of the Aurora King, Book 2 in the Trial of the Sun Queen series by Nisha J. Tuli. I did this one as a buddy read. I did it on audio. This is a yes. I'm having a good time reading this series. Nadir and Wolf. We like. So, yes. But you obviously have to read Trial of the Sun Queen first, which is also a fun time. Cross My Heart, I Hope You Die by Mallory Arnold. This is an ARC. Comes out July 14th. This is a yes. It is John Tucker Must Die, but as a slasher horror book, and then throw in a cult light vibe. I really had no idea where this was going to go at any point in the book, and there's something to be said for that. I like that. I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. This is an absolute yes. I understand the discourse about what people say, that the thoughts that they have on this book. For what this book was, it destroyed me. I loved it. I wanted more. I had so many questions, but for what the book was, absolutely yes. The Suffering by Daniel Sodergren. I'm gonna say yes. If you like body horror, then yes. If you do not like body horror, then no. But this book, we have a convent in the middle of nowhere, freaky nuns, an infection that's spreading through this convent like rapid fire, and it gets crazy. And I'm still recovering from it. So, yes, if you like body. And we have One Piece volumes 4 through 6. I finished the Syrup Village arc. I'm in the Barati arc. One Piece is such a fun time. I loved it. I highly recommend checking it out. If you had ever told me a year ago that I would be reading manga, I would have said you were crazy, but here we are. I'm loving it, and you should be reading it. And the last one, The Quiet Tenant. I forget who it's by, but I'll put it up here. I did this one on audio. It was fine, so I would say maybe yes. I think I'm still processing it, but maybe yes. I'm not super sold on it, though. I think I was expecting a little bit more. So for now, maybe yes, because I do see a lot of people like it. Yeah, that wraps up my June reading. It was quite a productive month, and I'm very much looking forward to July. July is ARC month. I have so many ARCs, and then a couple committed buddy reads that I have. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys read this month, how many books you read this month. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned below, let me know. And if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.